We're joined this morning by Director Brian Peete with the Riley County Police Department, and thanks, always a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, it's great to be here all the time.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact that you guys recently had a cyber attack and what that impeded and did to your communications, and something that really is a warning for other counties across the state.
Yeah, so early in the morning, previous day, we just noticed that we were having some communication issues within the system, and then working with partners obviously with the county emergency systems, the fire department, EMS, within our own subject matter experts internally. It was just discovered that we had a cybersecurity incident, and we had to make sure we took steps to ensure that the public was not going to be affected. 911 systems, dispatch systems, and interoperability and communication. So we are good. We are the public is able to contact us. We are able to keep in contact with the public and internal communications, as I mentioned.
Obviously, this is not something you think is going to happen, but you also have to prepare. So how quickly were the teams able to move to work around that? Because it's not just one department or agency dealing with it. You had multiple responding agencies that had to work together. So how did that work?
So yeah, we do have a P25 system which allows for that interagency operability, and thanks to all of our our partners, the state, and again with our county and other resources in the FBI. So it was relatively a seamless something for the public. Internally, we had to straighten a few things out, but yeah, these types of things are to me and I think all across the state and the country are just becoming all too common. And I know that our federal partners as well as the state take this very, very seriously. Not only do you have compromising, and in this case we weren't compromised financially, no records for the public, nothing internally.
Was there a ransom demand?
This is something that the FBI has to go through on that one.
I understand.
But it's a typical cybersecurity incident, and it in addition to the issues with operability that it has and operations, on the back end now you have to look at things like insurance.
Yeah,
for
sure.
cyber, I never knew there was a such thing as cybersecurity insurance.
There is now, yeah.
Yeah, and it's expensive to get, and that's just another cost that's added on by folks doing this.
By looking at that, something that maybe the county didn't necessarily think of before, real quickly, what advice from this would you have for other first responding agencies across the state saying, this happened to us, here's what you need to do to prepare?
So it's one of those things that no matter how much you prepare, it could happen because there are always advances in technology.
And there's always loopholes.
Always loopholes, but just to make sure that in our case, we've the redundancy that we have, the backup plans that we have, continuity of operations, and just the initial planning allows for other avenues if something were to happen, even if it wasn't a cybersecurity incident or if it was just a mechanical or a technological failure. You've got to have backups, and you have to make sure that you've isolated a lot of your data points to minimize the effect
access
that something
to everything.
Yes.
All right, Director Brian Peete, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, stay with us because we're back right after this.